Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this vlog. As you can tell, it is a 24-hour readathon again, because I need to read a lot more books before the end of the year, and I am not reading them fast enough. So basically, I'm going to do a 24-hour readathon to see if I can speed up my reading for a little bit. It is almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon now, so I'm going to be doing this until 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And I have a couple of books on my TBR, which I'm going to show you now. I'm contemplating adding another book to my TBR, but for now I'm just going to show you these three, and I might surprise myself by actually reading another one. So the first one that I want to show you is just this, but you can't see much because I've taken the dust jacket off. I've started reading this book, but it is Brief Answers to the Big Questions by Stephen Hawking. I have read the first chapter, I think, of this book, or the prologue, and I'm finding it really interesting so far. It's also quite easy to get through. It's a very readable book, and I'm excited to have some answers to the big questions, even if they are only brief. So that's my first book. I think I will be able to get through this one relatively quickly. It's not that long either, and as I said, it is a very easy to understand and read book. So there's that one. Then another book that I've started is At Certain Points We Touch by Lauren John Joseph. I have been saying that I'm going to read this book for so many months this year, and now I have finally gotten around to reading it, because damn it, if I don't finish all these books by the end of the year, then at least I want to have read this one. So that's that one. I've also read the first chapter of this one. This one is considerably longer. It's about 360 something pages, so this one will take me probably a little bit longer, but as it is fiction, and the typeface and everything is not, I lost my bookmark, it's not that small. I think I should be able to get through it fairly easily. And then the last book on my TBR for now, if I don't decide to add more, is Ikigai, The Japanese Secret to a Long and Happy Life by Hector Garcia and Francesc Miralles, and it was translated by Heather Cleary. So my sister read this book recently. We bought the book together because both of us have wanted to read it for a while, and she said it was quite easy to read and she got through it pretty quickly, so I'm hoping that I can get through it in only a couple of hours. It's probably not the way you're supposed to read this book, but whatever, it's the way that I'm reading this book. And I can always read it again to get more out of it in the future. So those are my three books for this reading vlog. Now I'm gonna get reading. this book, and now I'm going to get on to the other two and see how far I can get with them in the time that I have left. So it is just past 5, and that concludes my 24-hour readathon. I would say that if I do this again next time, I might try to read for longer in the evening, because I lost basically 9 hours of this 24-hour readathon in my sleep time, or the time just before I went to bed and sleeping. So maybe I know sleep is important, but maybe I could read for like 2 hours longer or something. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know how much 2 hours would achieve, and I might fall asleep in the process of trying to stay awake for longer to read, but whatever. I finished, or completely read basically, the brief answers to the big questions by Stephen Hawking in this video, and I found some really interesting things in here, and a lot of things that I learned about in high school in my science and biology classes that I had kind of forgotten about. And then when I read about them again in this book, I was like, oh right, I learned about these things, but obviously not as in depth as Mr. Stephen Hawking did. And then I'm at halfway through this Ikigai book, and I'm finding it quite interesting. I'm definitely going to continue reading this, and hopefully we'll finish it in another day or so. And then lastly, I didn't make any progress in At Certain Points We Touch because I was reading the other books and simply did not have time to get anywhere with this book. So no progress made here, but progress made in my non-fiction books, which is good because I haven't read many non-fiction books this year, so I'm happy with that. Yes, I hope you guys all enjoyed this vlog. If you did, let me know down below, and let me know if you'd like to see another 24-hour readathon, maybe one that has a theme where I read books or on a certain topic or to do with a certain theme, or maybe I read all books of a certain genre or something like that. Let me know what you'd like to see in the comments, and I will see you all again next week with another video. Cheers.